Just looking at the text. All right, guys. So, woo! I didn't think you guys know. First of all, thank you so much for all the comments that you guys left yesterday. You guys were really into that conversation. Conversation last night was, can a Black woman teach me a preference how to love a Black man? It was a really, really good conversation. You guys are leaving a lot of comments. You guys have a lot of opinions about it. Okay, agreeing and disagreeing, and I appreciate that. I really do like, dropping shit on the timeline that makes think a little, right? And I said I wasn't going to talk about Diddy last night because I was diddied out, and I was like, we'll reconvene next week. But Diddy didn't even let the week start. Okay. On y'all good Lord Sunday, he had to drop an apology, and I'm going to pull it up for you guys, and then we're going to dissect a little bit. I'm going to tell you what I think. Tomorrow's show is going to be interesting because I'm going to address, why didn't Cassie leave? She was enjoying the Met Galas and the Grammys and the dinners and the designer clothes and the liquor and the drugs and the traveling. Why did she leave? Tomorrow I'm going in. We're going to dissect. We're going to dissect from all sides because there's layers to everything. There's layers to everything. So on this early evening for my people on the East Coast, Sean Diddy apologized. And let's look at it. Let's take a look at it. It's short. And we'll dissect a little bit. You guys can tell me what you think. Hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. What's up, hotels? Yes, baby. I've been back a couple days now. You guys find it in your hearts to tip the lady. My Cash App is scrolling on the bottom. It's Cash App on the block with Jen. You know we do this for money. Why, Cap? Yeah, I like opening minds. Yeah, I like giving you different things to think about. But we do this for money. That's why we're here. So we appreciate the Super Chats and the Cash Apps. Of course, the Cash Apps more than the Super Chats because YouTube takes a lot of money out of the Super Chat. So Cash App is all ours. So if you want to, y'all know how it works here. Y'all already know. Y'all been on YouTube long enough to know how it works and why we're here. But I just love how bright I am. Usually I look at podcasts and everybody's like dark. And I'm not taking your word for shit if you're talking to me in a dim room. You can't put your face behind your words. But get here. All right, so let's look at Diddy's apology. And I want to break down some body language for you. And this, it's funny because Diddy, right? The thing about narcissists, and you guys know I don't use that term loosely, okay? It's, I said before, it's literally a personality disorder, okay? I also think he's a sociopath, though. And I'm going to explain to you what a sociopath is. Unfortunately, with social media, a lot of these people get called certain names just because other people don't like them. And they are way off, right? Some people have an attitude. Some people are conceited. Some people are assholes. Some people are selfish. That doesn't make them sociopaths, psychopaths, and narcissists. It does not. Just because somebody cheated on you does not make them a sociopath, psychopath, or a narcissist, okay? Some people they're disrespectful. Some people are disloyal, okay? We all come, from different backgrounds and experiences, and some people don't think something is as important as you may think it is. It does not mean they're a sociopath, psychopath, and narcissist. However, Diddy, with decades and decades of evidence, tangible behavior, we can pretty much chalk them up to sociopath, psychopath, or narcissist for sure, right? And I'm gonna pull this video up, and we're gonna go over the body language a little bit. And I'm talking about body language 101. I'm not talking about a deep dive, right? Because I'm not an expert in body language. There are a billion pantomimes when people are lying, men and women. Of course, women have more pantomimes. Go figure. Pantomimes are things that we do when we're lying. There's the looking to the left. There's looking to the right. There's touching the nose. There's this. When I say something, I swallow because I don't believe it myself. There's head movements that we do. There are a lot of pantomimes that people do. I think women have 100 and something. Men have a couple dozen, right? Go figure, right? We lie more. So I'm surprised that Diddy, as well-versed as he is, as intelligent as he is, as brilliant as he is, and like a lot of narcissists and sociopaths are, you would think, and this is how you know Diddy's unhinged, because a good narcissist, a good sociopath, first of all, they're dead in the eyes, right? Because they've been through so much trauma, right? So they're vacant. I liken them to when we watch scary movies. The scary movies when someone dies and then they bring them back and everybody's happy that, oh my God, you're back from the dead, but the person comes back with no soul. So they had those dead AI eyes, right? They can be talking or crying and apologizing in the eyes of this. The eyes are completely dead. They barely blink. The eyes are like this, the way I'm looking at you right now, right? They're just dead. Be like, I'm truly sorry. I'm truly sorry that I did that to you. You know what? I love you. I love you a lot. I don't know why you're treating me like this. And the eyes are fucking dead. Just like they do in the horror movies when they bring somebody back from the dead. They're completely, oh my God, John, you're back. And John is like, yeah, I'm so happy to see everybody. They're dead in the eyes. Diddy has those dead eyes, right? So let's pull this up real quick and let's just look at his apology together. And then I'll go over a little bit of the pantomimes and the shit he was doing. Now, with that said, don't go interview your loved one or your kids and think this is that. It's foolproof. It's not. Sometimes people do look to the left, you know what I mean, when they're thinking of an answer. It doesn't automatically mean they're lying. So don't slap nobody in the mouth because you think they were lying, okay? However, pantomimes, there is a study. This is scientific. There's a study, and these pantomimes are common with people that are lying, and people are trained to look at other people, detectives, what have you, like people that administer lie detector tests, psychiatrists, psychologists, criminologists. They're trained to see if you're lying. People that lie well, right, are the vacant people because they feel nothing. Most people that exhibit pantomimes have a soul. They get nervous, right? Their palms get sweaty, right? Mom spaghetti, their palms get sweaty, they get fidgety because they're nervous about, oh my God, I don't want to get caught in this lie. They start messing around with their face, their nose, they're swallowing, you know what I mean? They do this a lot because they're closed into, like, you know what I mean? They feel closed in. They're, you caught me, you got me. But vacant people will lie like this, right? They'll lie like this. They feel nothing and they don't feel anything for your pain, right? So you're not going to see a lot of pantomimes from people that feel something, right? So let's look at Diddy lying here. And we're going to dissect a little bit. Let's look at Diddy lying here. What's up, Trevor? Yeah, the Trevor, thank you, Trevor. The apology was really weird, and it's because, again, either sociopath, I would say, I wouldn't even say psychopath. I wouldn't say psychopath. I would definitely, for Diddy, say sociopath and narcissist for sure. For sure. And that's just an educated guess from my little bit of studies. So let's share the screen and let's look at his apology together. Okay. It's very interesting that, he's been, as you can see, he's been cleaning up his image. When you look at his last couple posts when he resurfaced, he's showing a lot of love for who? For women. You got his mama, you got all his baby mamas, right? You got 1, 2, 3, 4 baby mamas there. You got his mama. I know people are going to say, well, it was Mother's Day. We've never seen him go this hard for women before. It's very important for him to now exhibit this image of, look, I love women. Women are, you know what I mean? Women are everything. And then, of course, he's posting this. We got the family photo. Look at me. I'm a family man. Look at all these children. All the children are smiling. I'm a good guy. And then he has this, time tells truth, which was, this aged horribly. This aged absolutely horribly. And when you look at the comments, there go a lot of people there who I thought were a lot smarter. People that I have followed on social media and I thought were a lot smarter. They're in here caping for Diddy in the comments. I told you guys before about how corny and goofy y'all look in the comments. Everybody can see you. There may have been people interested in working with you. There may have been people interested in fucking you. There may have been people interested in, your life, collabing with you. So it's very important that sometimes you stay neutral and weigh, right? Weigh, is it more important that you keep your image intact or that Diddy thinks you're supporting him? Listen to what I said again, okay? These people that are in the comments, some of them of which, I have followed and have thought about working with or reaching out to, they're all in his comments, right? They're caping for Diddy, right? And it's just not a good look. You have to know when to fall back. But what people do is the go along to get along gang. What they do is they want Diddy to see, like, look, I'm supporting you, Diddy. I'm supporting you. But you have to wait. You're in the entertainment business. Diddy right now is a pariah. Okay, he's cold product. Nobody wants to touch his ass. There's too much money to be made, and he's not worth it, right? It's no different than the movie Training Day. Remember when Alonzo went and had the conversation in the diner with the 4 horsemen, and they were like, yeah, we can't do shit for you. You were great when we were able to use you. We were great when you were out there being crooked, but right now you're cold product. You're fucking up and it's spilling over on us, and you're not worth it, okay? You're not worth it. You're disposable. And that's what the powers that be are doing with Diddy right now. See, Diddy thought he had all the power, but he doesn't. There's a pecking order, right? And Diddy, in the grand scheme of things, is a peon, right? When you think about something like Training Day and the 4 horsemen and the men that really run shit, the whites, right? So to run in his comments and oh, I'm supporting you, and the Black Power fist, and yeah, time tells the truth. This dude is done. You have to know when to fucking fold them and just walk away from the table. But a lot of you clowns want to show Diddy, even though he's cold product, he can't help you anymore. He can't collab with you. Nothing he's going to do artistically now is going to mean a damn, okay? He's a laughing stock. Legacy is destroyed. The legacy is destroyed, okay? Stay out of them comments. Stay neutral. I have friends in the business, and they've told me I'm staying completely neutral. I'm staying smart. Stay neutral if you're still in this business. Now, if you're not in the business and you just want to be an asshole and be seen in the comments, fine, go over there and lick his boots. But I would suggest you stay neutral sometimes. You don't have to be all up in everybody's comments. You look goofy. You look right now, if you're caping for Diddy in his comments, and it's mostly women, you look goofy. You look goofy. And it's hilarious to me, the amount and the type of Black woman that's caping for him. He wouldn't spit on you if you were on fire. He would not spit on you if you were on fire. I want you to take a scroll again of his baby's mothers, okay? These are the women he's into. See these women? These are the women he's into. The gorgeous, the svelte, the well-built, the Asian, the exoticals, the preferences, including Kim Porter because her mama is white. So it's funny to me to see all the chicks that are in there caping as if Diddy's going to say, oh, wow, I finally want to date a BBW. Thanks for your support. It doesn't work that way. So y'all look even more pathetic. Y'all are pick-me's on steroids. He's not checking for you at all. So y'all look dumb over there. Okay, so tally ho, Gary Richards. So let's look at this apology and let's dissect the pantomimes of that I know, you know what I mean, of body language 101. Again, I can't take a deep dive. I'm not well-versed. I'm well-versed in narcissism because I've studied it, because some personal experiences I had, and I wanted to understand that condition, narcissistic personality disorder. Let's take a look at this, this quote-unquote apology. I thought it was very entertaining, actually.
So difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, go into rehab. I had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry. It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Okay, so I know a lot of people hate him right now, but let's dissect a little bit. Let me say this, because this is very important. What's up, Ray Pearson, nephew? How you doing? So let me say this. The first thing, the very first thing, the hilarity in people that were not beat in the head, kicked or whatever, accepting an apology. That to me is the first thing I noticed. People in the comments, oh, we accept your apology, Diddy. Another thing is, who was the apology for? He didn't mention Cassie. I don't know who that man is apologizing to. It sounded like he was apologizing to the fans. It sounds like he was apologizing to the fans who saw him act like a complete savage, an animal. He didn't mention Cassie's name once. So it is asinine for y'all to be in the comments accepting an apology for something that didn't happen to you. Let me address the short yellow bus. Okay? If somebody takes your mother and pushes her off a bridge and she drowns and dies, right? And then her killer makes a public apology and says, I'm sorry for what I did. It was a very dark time. I asked God for forgiveness. I went to therapy. And you're sitting there listening to this guy. And then I say, we accept your apology. Nobody's perfect, sir. We accept your, wouldn't you be sitting there like, how the fuck you accepting an apology for something he did to me? How are you accepting an apology in the comments for something he did to Cassie? How are y'all accepting an apology for something he did to somebody else? Y'all are goofy. You cannot accept an apology for something he did to somebody else. Are y'all retards? So let's look at the basic pantomimes, which I'm shocked that he couldn't get because he's very manipulative, right? However, narcissists, they get sloppy. And they get sloppy because they always think, here's the glitch with narcissism. They are usually brilliant. They are smart. They do study human behavior. They know who's vulnerable and who isn't, right? That's why he lasted so long with Cassie. She knows he ain't got a father. She knows that she don't have a father or brothers that are gonna go and you know what I mean, make him swallow a bullet. He knows he got a mama. She got a mama. I keep saying Cassie got a mama that's meek, right? Cassie was meek, and that's why she lasted so long. See, the other baby mamas went on about their business, right? So the basic pantomimes that I was shocked he couldn't even get. Every time he says something that's supposed to be a yes, he says a no, right? I'm so sorry. That's a basic pantomime. Basic. Good liars are going to nod yes. Listen, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do this to you. You have to believe me, right? Because their body is reacting to yes, 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 I'm sorry. Yes, I need your forgiveness. Yes, you're absolutely right. I was wrong. Yes. This Negro, I'm sorry for what I did. Your body has not caught up with your lie. That's pantomime 101 with liars. Your body is not accepting the lie that you're telling. Listen, you know I love you. You know I love you. I don't know why you're acting that way. You know I love you. My body is saying, no, the fuck I don't. No, I don't. If I was silent and I did this, that's a universal language. If I was completely silent and someone showed you this video and I was going, and someone asked you, what is Jen saying? You would say, Jen is saying no. If this video was mute and I was going like this, you would say Jen is saying yes. That's how easy it is to detect a liar. So Diddy, every time he says something that's supposed to be true, it was, I asked God for forgiveness. It was the darkest time in my life. And let's talk about dark, right? Because Diddy is funny. He's trying to chalk up this incident in the hotel. We know he went upside her head plenty and he's hung people out of windows. We heard all the stories. This motherfucker's Big Red. He even made a joke on the Breakfast Club about being Big Red from the 5 Heartbeats. We're all familiar with the movie. We've seen it a million times. He is Big Red. His office hours were from 9 to 5. He was very verbally abusive. You know, like every other man in power, he abused his power. The majority of men in power is intoxicating. Okay. Attractive women know that power. They know that men are going to do certain things for you because you're attractive. It's the same thing as being a wealthy man. You know, women are going to do certain things for you because you're wealthy. So after I said that, right, you see him saying things that is obvious. He doesn't even believe, but he's hoping people believe because he has an image to protect. And I don't know why. But it was cute that he's on vacation with the kids. Am I the only one that pictured after that apology, he went back to dancing and turning the radio back up? He's on vacation. He took 2 minutes. He was like, let me go put this on Instagram real quick so I can get back to y'all. Not one emotion. He got the dead eyes that I was telling you about. The dead eyes. The dead eyes that I don't give a fuck about this bitch. Damn, I wish I would have got her ass killed. This is what he's thinking behind those dead eyes. This is fucking with my money and my image. Yeah, he did. He blew up Kid Cudi's car, according to Kid Cudi and Cassie and the lawsuit. So after I said what I said, okay, the whole the weakest Pantomimes, he's like, Diddy's liar 101 here. Now, I want you again, now that you have that information, watch how dead he is in the eyes. Watch how everything he says that he's supposed to be believing, he's saying no to. His body is saying, I don't give a fuck. This bitch fucked me over. I should have ran her. You know, I shouldn't. This bitch. But it's okay. I'll come out and say this. And I know for a fact that God passed. And you know, the Black community prayed up, baby. The Black community prayed up. And he dropped this on a Sunday. And the Black community gonna forget because we ain't perfect. And only God can judge, baby. Only God can judge. Only God can judge, baby. Ain't none of us perfect. I remember I cheated on my wife one time. I remember I went upside my son's head. Only God can judge, baby. We ain't perfect. We ain't boo, baby. Hence, I'm an atheist because I think God and religion is the most dangerous fucking tool that human beings have had to commit crimes, to be evil. I told you guys before, the most evil people, the most disloyal people, the worst people I've ever met were religious. And I'm sure all of you too. I guarantee that all the people that have fucked you over were religious and they pray to some sort of God. I guarantee it. I guarantee the people that have fucked you over in your life, done really foul things, they were all religious. But when you have this idea that something outside of you is protecting you and forgives you, then you can act a monkey ass fool all day, all night, because only God can judge you. No, bitch, I'm judging you right here. I'm judging you right here. So now that we know all of this, look at how terrible Look at how terrible a liar this cat is. Watch this again with all the pantomimes and how he looks to the left even when he's talking about God. Like these words, the reason why he's lying so badly is because being humble, being meek, and being apologetic is foreign to every fiber of his being. Okay? We've seen videos of Diddy destroying an office saying, I get what the fuck I want. We know Diddy has slapped people in the mouth and been connected to murders. Okay? Did you guys know that the doctor that did Cassie's breast implants, not once but twice, because Diddy didn't like how they looked the first day, so he made that doctor cut her open? Did you know these are facts? Did you know that that plastic surgeon, 40-year-old good-looking man, lived in Beverly Hills, was on top of the world? Do you know that he cut Cassie open a second time the next day because Diddy didn't like how her titties looked and demanded that the doctor do them over? Do you know that he's dead too? Do you know that he mysteriously drove off a cliff in California? This surgeon that was on top of the world, 40 years old, good looking, wealthy. Do you know he mysteriously drove his car off a cliff? So Diddy has had a lot of death around him. This motherfucker is like the music industry's Grim Reaper. Everything he touched is destroyed. He's like the opposite of Midas. Everything he touches is destroyed. But it's always to his benefit, right? So now that we have the pantomimes of this, everything he's saying, I think it was one time he gave us this. But the reason why he's nodding no to everything is because it's not in Diddy's psyche to be apologetic, to be meek, to be humble. Remember, he's this guy, okay? He's the Ciroc guy. He's larger than life. He's the aviators. He's the suits. He's fucking Diddy. So his whole body is rejecting this apology, and we can see it. His whole body is rejecting this apology. He's repulsed. And when he says he's disgusted that he has to sit there and look humble and be meek. His whole body is rejecting it. He is stiff. Stiff. The only thing he's mustering up is this. A real apology is going to take you through emotions because you're realizing that you hurt somebody. And you hate to see that person hurting. Remember, this is the same man that released a statement and said, they're accusing me of things that are false. People just wanted some quick money. And it's funny, even if people just wanted some quick money, everybody you ever fucked over was to get money. We all want money. Isn't that why we go to work? Look, I got a super chat. That's why I'm here on YouTube. We all want money. Thank you, Fahim Jackson. So it's funny how you put a dark cloud on that conveniently. Why the fuck why are you going to work tomorrow? Why are you going to work tomorrow morning? For money, right? So it's funny that he would drop a statement and say, I haven't done any of these false allegations against me. And then today you're apologizing. So which is it, Diddy? They're falsely accusing you, or you're apologizing? And again, apologizing to who? I'm surprised he wasn't sitting there next to, somebody from the NOI and TD Jakes. Because that's the damage control Negro package. You got to put God in it. And somebody who thinks black men are brought down, rich black men are brought down. Maybe that's his next video. He didn't even bring the package. He's busy. This caught him off guard. He's on vacation. He's like, fuck, I got to say something, but we were going to go paddleboarding today. Oh, I'll give this shit an hour. He's on vacation. You seen him? He's like, I got to say something because, oh, fuck, the timelines is going to be crazy. So now that we know, Pantomimes 101, he agrees with nothing he's saying. This is why this is going on. He agrees with nothing he's saying. Fahim Jackson, thank you for the super chat. Fahim Jackson says, if he beats these other cases, he'll fall temporarily, but he'll bounce back. Think about it. Suge Knight has a successful podcast from prison. Keyword prison. I don't think that man wants to be in prison. I don't think prison for life. I don't know if anybody will opt for that. Diddy, the thing with Diddy, and you're right, Fahim, you're right. There's people that, there were women telling R. Kelly to piss on them, kidnap me, right? So again, you're always gonna have sycophants. You're always gonna have minions. You're always gonna have flying monkeys. Narcissists have flying monkeys. That is how they're able to function. Narcissists have flying monkeys, right? Trump has flying monkeys. Diddy has flying monkeys. A lot of rapists, murderers, killers. Ted Bundy had women all on his shit. You know what I mean? John Wayne Gacy, after he raped and murdered a bunch of boys, had women. Oh, he's handsome. Jeffrey Dahmer, gay as the parade, still had women trying to get at him because he was cute. You're always going to have sycophants. You're always going to have sick people that get turned on by criminality. That's always going to happen. But is Diddy ever going to be Diddy again? No, this is his legacy now. This is how his story ends. He can drop an album tomorrow and move maybe 100K units. It's a big world. It's a lot of sick people out here. That his music ain't got nothing to do with I'm playing Bad Boy for life. That's the soundtrack of my life. I don't care. Those people are always gonna exist. But Diddy is done. He will never be the same. He will never recover from this. He will never recover from this. I don't care if the next video he's sitting on TD Jake's lap, rubbing his bald head. Diddy will never recover from this. He won't be the Diddy that we knew, ever. Let's look at these damn pantomimes again. Now watch this apology again. Watch how he shifts his eyes. Watch how stiff he is. Watch how repulsed he is by what he has to say. This is not a beaten man who's humble and sorry. You don't see it in his eyes. You don't see it in his body language. He's stiff as fuck. Like, let me say this apology so I can get back to this vacation. Not at the fucking video leak. Damn.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, and go into rehab. I had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry. It's so difficult.
Diddy is disgusted he has to do this apology. And check this out. This was 2016, right? And we know he's been going upside her head the 10 years he was with her. You know, there's pictures of her with busted lips or whatever. She claimed at the time that she fell off a jet ski. I'm like, did you fall off were you riding a jet ski on concrete? Were you on concrete, sweetie? She had the busted lip or whatever. He used to send her away to heal. There's rumors that he broke Kim Porter's nose. He's a violent individual. But look at the lies. And he knows. He doesn't think. He knows that y'all are stupid. He knows. He doesn't think. The man's been powerful for decades. He knows stupid people. He knows how people covet power and fame and money. And let's face it, that's why y'all on that. That's why y'all, some of y'all are on his schlong. Because if he was Sean from down the corner, you'd be calling him everything but a child of God. That motherfucker ain't shit. You see how he beat on that young girl out there? Wouldn't be me. I'd beat his ass. But because he's Diddy and he made you dance a couple times, well, no, he must be forgiven. So this happened in 2016. He said he went to a psychiatrist. He saw therapy. So he's seeking therapy, got off the drugs. But wait a minute. Your plug was just arrested, hanging out with you, bringing you drugs. This happened a couple weeks back. So what rehab did you go to? Your plug, sir, was just arrested the other day, carrying drugs on a private plane for you. Took the fall for you. So what Carisha, the fake chick he was running around with so he could get in all the black blogs. Bringing drugs for you. What rehab? But Diddy ain't no dummy. He knows that the audience are dummies. And the sad thing is that all it takes is a little nudge. Throwing some, I'm telling you, it's the Negro damage control package. The Lord, and forgiveness. Those two keywords right there. The Lord and forgiveness. That's the damage control Negro pass. Oh, he said the Lord. No, none of us are perfect now. Religion is the most fucking dangerous thing that happened to human beings. It literally facilitates abuse and murder and mayhem. See, back in the day, way back in the day, before that religious shit, motherfuckers used to get beheaded, put him in a guillotine. You want to act up? You did X, Y, and Z to who? Throw his ass in a guillotine. Men were dragged from the back of horses, ripped apart by carriages, thrown in with lions and tigers and bears. But now you insert the Lord and all the deviants of the world get a pass. Yeah, I molested some kids, but I got the God pass. Yeah, I whooped their ass and I've been committing crimes for decades, but I brought you nice music and God's gonna forgive me. So yeah, you know how it is. You've done bad things too. You've lied to people. I'm not perfect. The thing is that you don't have to be perfect to not be a scumbag. Ain't that some shit? Nobody's perfect. Why do people think saying that is a pass for being a scumbag? Hey, nobody's perfect. Make sure your hand's clean before you point your finger. It's a pass. It's a pass. What are we doing? Absolutely, Kim. This isn't the end of it. This is the beginning. It's the beginning. Kim says, I feel like this is making more people comfortable to come out about Diddy. Not only Diddy, but a lot of people in his business. Like I said, a couple of my friends are like, we sitting this one out. We sitting this one out. That's the smartest thing to do. Stay the fuck out them comments, goofies. I know you want to be seen, but this isn't the hill to go be seen on. Wait till somebody does a versus again. Wait till Chris Brown versus Usher and then go run over there so you could be seen in them stupid ass comments. Sit this one out. And what kills me is, right, I saw Kelly Price earlier. The hypocrisy is profound. I hope this kills me. Again, religion. Well, I hope that you do. When she was talking, I was like, oh, she's talking to Cassie. That's so sweet. I'm like, bitch, you talking to Diddy? Literally giving Diddy all this grace and all this. I've seen you at your best and at your worst. And both sides are going to pull at you. I wish you the best. And I hope that you really do find God and he speaks to you. And I'm over here thinking she's talking to Cash. She's talking to Diddy. She's talking to Diddy. God, 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 and pray. And why is it that people think? Why is it that people think that some people are just damaged goods? Like there's some people from childhood to adulthood to death are fuck ups. You know those people exist, right? You know there are people that are good the entirety of their lives, and then people that are fucking savages and animals the entirety of their lives. You know those people exist, right? You know there's no such thing as redemption and forgiveness and humbling. You know that shit doesn't exist for everybody, right? You know everybody's different, right? You know that some people are evil their whole entire life, right? But religion fries your brain. It literally retards your brain. Our brain, when we're born, our brains are intact. Our brains are literally to compute. I'll go deeper. Our brains aren't even for love and emotion. Our brains are for survival. Women are more emotional because we got to nurture and feed babies, right? We got to attach them to our tits and have compassion. Otherwise, we'd kick the babies to the curb. And hey, some women do. Some women do. But our brains are literally to compute. Religion retards your brain. Your brain sees this motherfucker is evil. He's a savage. He's an animal. Death should come upon him. Religion retards your brain. Religion says this man should be forgiven. You're seeing the evil. You saw it on video in plain black and white. He could have killed that girl in that hallway. When he threw the vase at her, that could have hit her in the temple. That could have hit her, fell back. She hit her head. She's gone. But religion retards your brain. Religion tells you, oh, it wasn't that bad. And who am I to judge? When judging is conducive to fucking survival, you fucking idiot. Judging is conducive to survival. When you walk down a dark alley, man or woman, when you walk down a dark alley and you see 3 cats on the corner, I'm not talking about felines, I'm talking about men, and you're a man or a woman, the first thing your brain tells you to do is motherfucking judge. Do you see how our brains are supposed to work? Man or woman, walking through a dark alley, a neighborhood you don't know. I don't care how big a man you are or how strong you are. You're looking at them 3 cats on the corner. Your brain is saying, judge, bitch. Look at what they're wearing. Look at their body language. See what they're talking about. Look, you're judging them on their appearance. You're judging right away. What does religion do? Your ass is in that dark alley. Let me not judge. Because God said only God can judge. It's out of my hands. And then you get ran into a fucking wall and robbed. That's what religion does. It retards your brain from the obvious, the common sense, and the logic that you are born to utilize for survival. It retards your fucking brain. We're looking at the savage. We've heard the stories. Forget Cassie right now. Take Cassie off the fucking tape. Forget Cassie right now. We've heard this man bust people in the head with bottles. We've heard this man hung people out of windows. We've heard this man blew up cars. There's been rumors that he's connected to the Biggie and the Tupac murder. We've known for a fact he has shot people. Shine all of a sudden, well, you see. Shine, what was it? Was it Diddy? Was it, well, no, I'm just saying that I agree with the lady that said it wasn't me. So what does that mean, Shine? Was it Diddy? Did Diddy do the shooting? I'm just saying. I just agree with the lady who's saying it wasn't me. Well, there was only 2 of you in there with guns. And Diddy gave his gun to J-Lo. Did he shoot the gun? I'm just saying that I agree with the lady that said it was me. I'm not saying who it was. But we could put 2 and 2 together. Cars blown up, cars fucking driving off of cliffs. Rumors, accusations over and over and over for decades, robbing artists, leaving artists to starve and die. Before he went upside Cassie's head. So logic and common sense to tell you this is a savage. He should be ostracized. He should be judged harshly. But in come God and Jesus. Oh, girl, you've lied to people too. How can you judge? Oh, I cheated on somebody once. How can I judge? A fucking hyena eats and kills things, right? Does he not look at the lion and say, he crazier than me. Let me go over here because I ain't got my people with me. So yeah, you may have transgressed against other human beings. But does that mean you fucking turn off your judging? When someone's obviously a fucking savage and an animal and should be judged harshly? Religion retards the brain. And the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy to use forgiveness, not as a shield, but a fucking weapon. Because what you're doing is, because you know you're a savage as well, you're not pointing the finger over there. So if you're using forgiveness to hide behind, only because you know you're a savage as well, that's not real forgiveness. That's the go along to get along. Well, I'm not going to say nothing because shit, I done fucked so many people over, so I'm going to forgive that guy. First of all, I thought only God could forgive. Who the fuck are y'all? Who are y'all? Peons on the planet. Who are y'all? Wow, you know, I ain't going to judge him. I'm going to forgive him because I did my dirt too. That's not real forgiveness. That's a tribe. A tribe of fucking savages. All of you. All of you. And it's funny how he says that I went dark. It was a dark time. I went dark. Didn't I tell y'all the other day that whole family is dark? I don't know if you guys ever seen Devil's Advocate starring Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino. But Devil's Advocate, how all them wealthy people, they was this dark, and then Charlize Theron, when she was like staring at them, they would turn into snakes and their faces would morph. That's what that whole camp looks like over there. Even down to the kids. And I know a lot of, don't bring the kids in it. First of all, those are grown fucking men. Justin is a grown fucking man. That little Diddy doppelganger, that's a grown fucking man. Cut it out. I don't know if you forgot how old those little motherfuckers are. Okay? One of them was challenging 50 Cent the other day. So get out of your head. It's because we've seen these kids grow up. Get out of your head that these are little children who are innocent. These motherfuckers got cases on them already. Justin was arrested twice. The other fucker has a case against him from some girl that is alleging he whooped her ass on a yacht and made her drink shots. So I don't know what don't bring the kids into it. Those are grown fucking men. Those are now accomplices. Aiding and abetting. Those are grown fucking men. What are y'all talking about? That is what he created. That is the fruit from his tree. And one thing the planet doesn't need is more Diddies. That whole camp is dark. That man is dark. So it's ironic that he said it was a dark time. Motherfucker, you live dark. You live dark. People are afraid of you. You are a dark person. I can't even imagine the way the fucking air in the room changes when that man walks in a room. I can't even imagine, but I've been around those type of people, and you feel the light get sucked out of a room when those men walk in, the way he addresses people, as hard as he talks to people. Now he's trying to play soft and, oh, look at me I'm holding a baby. Isn't that what politicians do? When they try to look relatable to you, they don't give a fuck. They want your vote. Don't they pick up babies and look at me. Look at me with this soft newborn baby that I had. Look at me. Isn't that what they do when they try to look human? Use the kids. Can't use them two big idiots anymore, Justin and whatever the fuck the other one's little, the other name of the other one. Can't use them, so we got to use the girls. Got to use the, I got to look soft. I was dark. Motherfucker, you've lived dark your entire life. You lived dark since that fucking stampede at that college and people died and you took the fucking money. You're a dark person. And I told y'all the other day, and some of y'all disagreed with me. He was turned. I don't care what nobody says. I've seen this too many times. I read too many fucking books. At some point in time, something broke him as a child. And there was hell to pay after. The world, beware, the fucking world was going to pay. He's a fucking villain in a fucking comic book movie. And his mama know what happened to him. I'm sure his mama knows what happened to him. So there's a lot of emphasis on Cassie. Y'all are forgetting the people that he's damaged for decades. Cassie. Y'all are forgetting the artists that he left, that he robbed. Black artists. The people that he put hands, elbows, and them big ass feet on before Cassie. Y'all are forgetting Cassie was only 10 years. He is a dark individual. And it is hilarious to me how some people insert religion. No, there's hope for him. As if people aren't evil their entire lives and die that way. Like, religion retards your brain so much. You really think that people will change as long as God is inserted. All you're doing, Kelly Price and everybody else who's inserting religion, who don't even believe that shit themselves. Because y'all check off all the sins on them 10 commandments. Y'all, the cheating, the eating the pig, the swine, the having sex before marriage. You motherfuckers check all the boxes. So it's hilarious to me that y'all even still bring up religion. Y'all are fucking heathens. So it's still hilarious to me. It's like a little card you play. It's to the point where I think religion is like a social club. It's like a social club or a hobby. And this is my observation of y'all. This has nothing to do with me. I'm not religious. I'm observing y'all. I'm observing y'all have sex before marriage. I'm observing y'all lying, cheating, stealing, killing, abusing children, abusing each other, and then saying, no, but God. I'm observing y'all. I'm an outside looking in. I told y'all I'm a sponge. I'm observing y'all, or you religious people. It enables criminals like Diddy. It enables you to keep lying, cheating, stealing, whatever the fuck you're doing. It enables. It's in religion enables criminality. That's what it does. Religion enables criminality. So fuck whoever he hurt. I'm seeing a lot of prayers for Diddy. I'm not seeing any prayers for the victims. Victims with an S, because it's way beyond Cassie. You seen that other Asian girl talking to Tasha K? He stomped her silly. punching her in the head, making her get abortions while he was with Cassie. Cassie reached out to her and said, hey, I'm gonna pray for you. I'm in this too. I understand and get it. Diddy been putting the big ass feet on people for a good long time, men and women. I don't see any prayer. This is how hypocritical, power drunk, groupified, flying monkeys y'all are. Forget his victims. The one that needs the mercy is the villain. He needs God most. Oh, he needs God most. Can we get an amen up in here? Honey, I know he needs, listen, the villain, the one that caused all the death and the mayhem and destruction, the one that almost killed that girl in front of them elevators, honey. He need the mercy. He the one that need God the most now. He the one that need. I don't know what y'all talking about. Those wounds will heal on her body, but Diddy's the one that needs the mercy. Only God can judge. Fuck off. Fuck off. You fucking weirdos. Fuck off. How can anybody watch that apology and take it seriously? The only thing I could come up with, because I don't even think y'all believe in God the way y'all say y'all do. It's a social club. It's a hobby. At this point, religion is a hobby. None of you follow them fucking commandments. None of y'all read the Bible. It's a social club. It's something to do on Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Friday, some Saturdays. So that way, when you talk about people, when you commit your crimes, when you commit your sins, you feel like there's a balance. Like, well, I was in church, so I got a balance. I could be a complete bitch, or I could be a complete savage, and I got the balance because I believe in God. So I got my God pass. It's like an ID. Yeah, I'm a bitch, but I got my God ID. Such fucking hypocrites, phonies, liars, heathens. Cassie's husband, as you saw, he released that statement. Somebody needs to check on him, because can you imagine being the man that has to love a woman who was brutally, mentally, physically, emotionally abused for a decade and be her rock? Somebody check on Alex Fine. And I want to say something else. And I want to be clear. That video was triggering to a lot of women. Okay, that video was triggering to a lot. Listen to me carefully. Fellas, this is for you. That video was triggering for a lot of women, right? Either because they've been through that or because they have a loved one that's been through that. You know, I was being funny throwing the bear on the thumbnail. You know, that whole thing is going on, women choosing to be around a bear instead of a man, right? I think a woman's biggest predator is men, right? And if you get offended by that, you're part of the problem. As a man, you should understand women are vulnerable in a world full of men, right? And if it doesn't apply to you and you're not one of those guys that's a danger to women, I don't see why it would bother you. I would think that you would empathize. I would think that you would empathize. But let me say this to the fellas. No one addressed y'all. No one addressed y'all. That video is also triggering for men. That video is also triggering for men. Nobody's mentioning the men. And before y'all fix y'all big backs to try to call me a pick-me, because I'm looking out for men right now, bitch. I'm not perfect. I've had a lot of issues like everybody else, but being picked was never a problem. Being picked was never a problem, not for me. Let's not be stupid. Let's not get crazy. But no one is addressing the men. This was triggering for men as well. Men that have women be violent with them, men that were helpless children, when someone's going upside their mama's head when they were kids. This is also triggering for men. No one ever checks on the men. No one ever checks on the men. This shit is triggering across the board. Nobody wants to see that type of violence happen to another human being. Take all the politics out of it. Take out, oh, you thought she was there for the money. Take out, you love bad boy records. Take it out. Take everything out. It is triggering to see someone helpless like that get dragged like a rag doll in a horror movie. So, gentlemen, talk to somebody. Let it out somewhere. Talk to somebody you trust. Avoid the video on the internet. The same thing I would say to women. No one is addressing the men. This is triggering for men as well. Can you imagine being a little boy and seeing this man beat on your mama? You can't do anything about it. Your instincts are telling you you're a boy, so you have to protect your mommy, and you can't because this big, strong motherfucker is whooping on your mama. Men were triggered as well. Men were triggered as well. Not just women. Not just girls. This should be a wake-up call and a lesson for everybody collectively. Collectively. This is a part of history. What side are you going to be on? You know how they say, make sure you're on the right side of history? What side are you going to be on? Diddy is disposable. He's disposable. He's a baby-making savage. What good has he done on the planet but damage people? What good has he done on the planet but damage people, including those children that y'all are talking about? Well, don't bring the kids in it. He brought the kids in it. He has 2 sons now that are also under investigation for their own criminal activity. Everything he touches, he destroys. But don't bring the kids in it. Justin is fighting DUIs. Another charges, supposedly, allegedly, he shot somebody in a fucking studio. And they cleaned it up real quick. The other one that looks just like him, who can't close his mouth either. That other kid. Who wants to be his father real bad. I mean, that boy wants to be his father. I understand we love our daddies. And we emulate our daddies. And we proud of our daddies. But baby boy, I suggest you take your ass back in the house, sit down and eat your fucking food. You don't want none of this. You grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth. You're not ready. You're not ready. Challenging 50 Cent on a public forum, you're not ready. But these are the kids that you talk about. Don't bring the kids into it. Not his children. This is what that type of dark man does. Creates more people like him and destroys people. And he's not the only one. Ain't no what about Weinstein and what about Epstein and what about Kevin Spacey and what about Woody Allen? Ain't none of them motherfuckers gonna wash this away. None of those white men are gonna wash this one away. Diddy is affecting people that look like you, people from your tribe. You should be ever more concerned. Them white guys, they were all involved with either white men or white women. According to y'all, that's none of your concern. Y'all don't care about white people, right? This downfall needed to happen. The problem with y'all is that you don't want it to be a downfall. This is a fucking downfall. I don't care what race that motherfucker is. This is a downfall that needs to happen. Do you know the people right now over the decades, including Cassie, over the decades that feel vindicated, and this is their only vindication because they'll never get their time back, they'll never get their families back, they'll never get their money back that they worked for, they'll never be unhumiliated from the shit he's done to them in front of other people, and this is their only little vindication? Fuck them, right? Let's pray for Diddy. Fuck what they went. Who cares? Who cares that Black Rob is dead? Who cares that Biggie's dead? Who cares that Tupac? Who cares? Let's pray for Diddy. Pray for Diddy. He's a savage. And in any other society, with the bullshit that we're on, they would have put his head on a stake in a fucking town square. Yeah, I was praying to God, Jesus, and I committed a sin too. I stole. When you go back and watch that video again, and he's gonna make it more, because right now what he's doing, this is what he's doing in between his vacation and his drinks. This is what Diddy's doing. He's checking the comments. This was a tester. This apology, this was a tester. He's checking the temperature. He's checking the temperature, as narcissists do. He's assessing how many flying monkeys are available to his narcissism. And if you don't know the clinical term flying monkey, it came from the movie The Wizard of Oz. Remember the evil witch? She had flying monkeys at her beck and call, and she would send them to do things. Narcissists have similar situations. And if you're wondering how flying monkeys operate, go to Diddy's comments. The flying monkeys are the ones that aid the narcissist. They aid the narcissist because the narcissist is nobody alone. The narcissist needs the flying monkeys. The flying monkeys do two things. They defend publicly to keep that narcissist image intact, and they attack people that are trying to bring down the narcissist. Those are the two functions of the flying monkeys. If you're wondering who they are, go to his comments, you'll see them. Majority women who he wouldn't fucking piss on if they were on fire because you're not his type, sis. Sorry. So right now, on vacation, in between his drinks and splashing around with his kids and laughing and talking to whichever bitch he's going to fuck later on this evening, he's assessing the situation. He put that out, little feeler. Do you notice that he didn't turn his comments off? Did you guys notice that? He turned them off before, but not today. Did you notice he didn't turn his comments off? You know why? He's assessing the landscape. He's letting the flying monkeys do what they do. And he'll scroll every now and then and see how many people are on his side and praying for him. Right now, as the narcissist he is, as the sociopath he is, right now he's checking his comments. He's seeing, which is what the flying monkeys want. The flying monkeys want Diddy to see them, caping for him. He's assessing. He's checking the temperature. He's seeing if the God thing worked. He's seeing what's the ratio, people that are telling him fuck off versus we love you, Diddy, no matter what. Never mind this motherfucker hasn't done a rat's ass for you or your family. Just put out some music. He just put out some music. He's not building wells in Africa. He's not helping starving children. He didn't rescue an old lady from a fire. He didn't even pull a fucking kitten out of a tree. He's robbed, stolen, maimed people, traumatized people, beat people for decades. That's what he's done. So right now he's casing a joint. He's scrolling. He's seeing what the flying monkeys, how much leeway they're giving him. That's what he's doing right now. Just so you know, I'm not throwing these words around because it is irresponsible to just throw these words around. I wanted to read to you because, again, I said, in my educated guess, he is a sociopath. I wouldn't say psychopath just yet. I'd have to see like the other crimes, but definitely a narcissist and a sociopath. Peep game. What are the traits of a sociopath? The traits of a sociopath: lack of empathy for others. Lack of empathy for others. We've seen Diddy do that, right? We've seen his artists starve, die, get killed. He's like, even though billionaire, access to billions, right? Impulsive behavior. We've seen him be impulsive, very, very impulsive. Attempting to control others with threats or aggression. We've seen that. Using intelligence, charm, and charisma to manipulate others. We've seen him do that. Like I said, he's no dummy. Not learning from mistakes or punishment. We've seen that, right? Because after 2016, he still went upside ahead after that, right? If it was a mistake, then, Lying for personal gain, what he did today. Showing a tendency toward physical violence and fights. How many times has he gone upside somebody's head? Men and women. That's a sociopath. That is a sociopath. I didn't make this up. Those are the traits. He is a sociopath. He is a narcissist. And he's a bad liar, which, again, that's the only thing that shocked me about that apology. That's the only thing that shocked me about that apology, is that it was such a bad lie. You would think Diddy, at his age, he's world renowned. He's been all over the globe. He's read things. He's done things. He's achieved things. You would think he'd be able to lie for 1 minute. But narcissists are so pompous, and they always think they're smarter than you. Narcissists always think they're the smartest person in the room. And you be looking dead at them like, motherfucker, I saw you put that thing in there. And they're like, you didn't see shit. I'm who I am. And I'm like, no, I saw it. I literally just saw you do it. No, you didn't. So he thinks he's smart, and that's where narcissists fail. That's where they fail. They get too smart for their own good, and they start getting sloppy. So that apology was hella sloppy. I swear I thought it was going to be a better lie. I promise you, I thought it was going to be a better lie. I was like, he's not even controlling the simple pantomimes. The simple ones. That's a simple one to control if you're going to lie. That's lying 101. Dead to the world. I got therapy and I went to rehab, even though they arrested my plug the other day. But never mind that. Look over here. Like the fucking Wizard of Oz. Look over here. Forget that man behind the curtain. We see you. But God, we don't see you anymore because, I'm a sinner too. So we see you, asshole. We can see you. It's like that joke I tell about the Twilight Zone episode with the monster on the fucking, on the wing. On the plane's wing, there's a monster there. And the stewardess and everybody on the plane is like, what monster? We don't see anything. He's going to bring the plane down. He's right fucking there. But what do narcissists specialize in? Gaslighting and making you look crazy. Just like the Twilight Zone episode. Everybody on the plane thought he was fucking crazy till the plane went down. Diddy's that monster on the wing right now. Why let the plane go down for one motherfucker? Listen to the music. Bad Boy has some of the best music we've ever heard. It is the soundtrack of our life. Listen to the music. But you got to go over there and jerk him too. You got to jerk him off too on top of that. You can't fall back. You can't stay out the way. Salute to my friends that were sitting this one out. Salute to y'all. This is not the hill to die on. This has nothing to do with bringing the black man down because he was. This isn't that. There are stories. COINTELPRO. There are stories. where Black men have been brought down unjustly. Yes. And I'm bringing up race because y'all got a hard on for it. So every now and then I come over with the lube. Y'all got a big hard on for it, and I just come over with the lube. This is not that. They trying to bring the Black man. This is not that. This is the chicken has come home to roost. This is you did too much. Fine, abuse your power, have bitches everywhere, do some drugs, party, bend a couple of rappers over, stick them in the ass for a contract, do you, have fun. But you did too much, just like Alonzo on training day. You did too fucking much. You got power drunk. Because we know everybody in power is going to fucking wield their power. I'm doing. I get out of a ticket. Hey, was I going that fast? Can I have another scoop of ice cream? Do I really have to wait on this line? No, you don't have to wait. We all have some sort of privilege or power that we've used. Everybody thinks they don't. Everybody thinks privilege and power is for white people or chicks with big tits or men with money. No. We've all got something for nothing because of something we said, did, looked like, made somebody laugh. But he did too much. He did way too much. And now they got to get rid of him. It's literally Alonzo in training day. Leave that motherfucker outside for the Russians to get him. It's done. It's over. Ain't no Jesus, ain't no God. This God y'all keep bringing up, where was God to stop that girl from getting bust upside the head? Where was God to stop Tupac and Biggie from getting? Where was God when he was robbing those artists? And all they wanted to do was be artists. All they wanted to do was be artists and provide for their families. Where was God then? When Diddy was making them sign them blood contracts. Where was God? Where was God? Now all of a sudden God shows up when this motherfucker's caught red-handed. Now God shows up. Now God gets the, oh shit, time. Oh, let me finish this up. Time to get over there, over to Diddy's house. Where was God when his sons were getting arrested? Exhumed Kim Porter's body. Where was God when the plastic surgeon drove off the cliff conveniently? Where was God when whatever happened to Diddy was happening to him when he was a kid? I'm sticking to that story. I don't care. This is something I don't need evidence for. Something happened to that boy and it happened real bad. Or he wouldn't be such a sexual deviant. He wouldn't be so sociopathic. He wouldn't be so violent. That doesn't come out of nowhere. He should honestly donate his brain to science. So when he's gone, it could be studied like Dahmer's. For real. I think anybody that lives like that, I really honestly do. I think Ted Bundy, Wayne Gacy, Epstein, Weinstein, they should get their brains and see the type of damage that power does to a brain. But where was God when all these things were happening? But now God is available when the villain gets caught red-handed. Now God's available. Your God works, you're right, in the most mysterious ways I ever did see. Your God seriously works in mysterious ways. That is not a lie, honey. Because he's never there when people are getting fucked up. But when the villain, the killer, the murderer, the pedophile needs mercy, that is when he shows up. Ain't that about a bitch? He ain't never there when the world's going to shit. Oh, but he's there when the villain needs mercy. That's when he shows up. Because we got to love on the villain. He's damaged fucking goods. A lot of people damage goods. And let me tell you something else. That's why a lot of y'all stay in so much bullshit. because you have this thing. Let me forgive. That's why you stay in them dead end, horrible, toxic relationships way longer. You see my ring? I told y'all before. The zebra is one of my favorite animals. One, it's a beautiful animal. And two, they know to get the hell out of Dodge when they even feel danger. So if you ever want to give me a gift, I'm all about the zebras. This animal can feel. They don't even have to see the crocodile, the alligator, or the tiger. They could just feel that motherfucker. They're like, I wanted a sip of water, but something don't feel right. And they are off to the races. And we all have that instinct. We all have that instinct. The hairs go up in the back of our neck. Our spirits feel weird when certain people are around. We're like the zebra, but insert religion and insert your whole life. Your mama, your grandmama, your aunties been telling you, don't judge nobody, baby. Only God can judge. Judging is not for you. So you shut down your zebra brain. Oh, well, mama told me not to judge. So, well, and grandma told me to forgive. So it's not that bad. She cheated on me. He cheated on me. Yeah, he stole my money. Yeah, he stole that jewelry that was precious to me. Yeah, he fucked me up when he was drunk. Yeah, he busted me in there. Yeah, he fucked the fuck. Yeah, I can't bolt. You a zebra, bitch. Bolt. Break out. The problem with a lot of y'all is y'all have too many people, too many voices in your head telling you to stay for some shit. For what? Run, bitch. Diddy's damaged goods. Let it go. It's over. There you go. My zebras, baby. What? Zebras are beautiful. Thank you. Kwali Kush says, God is about as real as Diddy's empathy for others. Diddy has no empathy. Diddy has no empathy. However, a lot of powerful men don't have empathy. A lot of powerful women. Look at all the stories that are coming out about Jennifer Lopez. It's everywhere she goes. She's a bitch. That's how a lot of people gain power. You have no empathy. You don't care. It's a very selfish sport. I don't care that you're suffering. I got to go make this money. But some people go too far. They go too fucking far. All right. I don't know if you guys were Gary Richards says Christopher Wallace is laughing right now. Trevor, I haven't seen TD Jakes' sermon about domestic violence, but I know TD Jakes is a clown. So did he say a woman needs to get up? You need to go upside a woman's head? Because TD Jakes, he's another clown. How y'all give that motherfucker money? I do not know. Dr. Umar said something. Dr. Umar is such a character. I'm sorry. He says, I would love to have him on a show because he's such a character. Dr. Umar said, I'm not going to give this too much energy as we have far more important issues to address than what happened 10 years ago. However, this isn't the end for Diddy. TD Jakes will help him set up his own mega church. He will be saved and baptized and will probably make more money as a pulpit pimp than he ever has as a mogul. Puffy will rise from the ashes, born again. And Umar, I don't know what level of sarcasm he was using, but I thought it was hilarious because he knows how Black people operate. He knows. He knows all you got to do. You don't even have to show them it. All you got to do is say, I am born again. I'm saved. Meet me at such and such church. Bring your wallets and your purses. And they know people are going to file in. Diddy knows that. God is the go-to. God, and for those two keywords, that gets you every time. And it doesn't even get y'all because you believe in God to the point where it's like, oh no, God, no. It's the fucking shield y'all use to hide behind because y'all ain't shit neither. Well, I ain't gonna judge because you're a piece of shit too. So you feel like Forgiving someone else that's a piece of shit is a pass for you. So, I mean, Umar is 100% correct. He could be born again, make a couple of appearances with TD Jakes, and everybody would be in the church and be like, he came to God, and he came on to God. He came on to God. Everybody deserves a second chance. Diddy has been whooping ass, all right, since the fucking 90s. So he's had countless chances to change. He's watched women bleed after going upside their head. That didn't stop him. That didn't, oh my God, what did I do? What have I done? He had a lot of chances. He had chances to save some of his artists. And I'm not fucking saying that he owes people if they fuck up their own life. However, he aided in fucking up their life. He aided in it. And don't say he didn't. He aided in it. He knew what was in those contracts. He knew that he was getting rich off of the sweat off their backs. He knew that. He could have threw them a bone. There's so much death around that man. He is the fucking grim reaper. There's so much death and mayhem about that man. And y'all still think that some sky magician can turn him around in his 50s. A sky magician hasn't even turned y'all around. But in your mind, oh no, God can touch his heart and turn him around. He's literally using God to continue manipulating. You fucking idiots. So Umar's right. He could prance around with TD Jakes next, or whoever's around, Creflo Dollar, whatever. Make an appearance in an Anthony Robbins show, get on stage. He repent, forget. So he can sell y'all some more shit. But his legacy is done. It's finished. So guys, thank you, Blue Melon TV. So good to see you all here. Hi, babies. Hit that like and subscribe. Throw a super chat in there if you like. Or cash at me on the block with Jen. You know it's better if you cash at, because YouTube takes a lot of money. Really, really good to see you. I appreciate your time, okay, that you give me. You ain't got to give it to me, but you do. So salute to you. I really appreciate you. You guys know that I like you to think about things differently. And if y'all got offended because y'all are religious and y'all Christians and y'all went to church, I know some of y'all need the Lord, or y'all would be lost. I get it. However, I still stand by it retards your brain. It keeps you in situations that you shouldn't be in. It makes you soft to danger. It makes you soft to abuse. So if you are going to praise a God, make sure it's not making you a flipping idiot. If you need to feel like there's something up there looking out for me, or my parents died, I would like to think that my parents are up there watching over me. Yeah, your parents' energy is forever with you. But don't go full retard. Don't go full retard where you look at somebody and they're vermin, evil, demons walking on earth, and you're like, God can fix them. Like that shit this idiot Kelly Price said. God can fix them. Don't worry, I sin too. God can fix them. Don't go full retard. Thank you for all the comments, guys. I really appreciate your input. I'm gonna be looking at the comments later. You know, the algorithm is not gonna be kind to me, so you got to be kind to me. Leave me a comment if you're catching the replay. It could be anything. Leave anything in the comments. I read them. Okay, I read them. Try not to go in there too much. Tristan! What Tristan had to say? Tristan said, it's not just God, it's therapy. If a Black man says God and therapy in the same sentence, it's like a Willy Wonka golden ticket for the community. I forgot about that, Tristan. He did say therapy. No, damn well he just said nowhere with nobody, because narcissists never think they wrong. That man did not sit with no therapist like, I was wrong. What's wrong with me? No. I went to therapy. He was surgery. I went to therapy and rehab and God and Diddy something, boy. That motherfucker is hell. Diddy is hell. Um, Thank you, Randy. Randy says a therapist can only help if you admit you have a problem. And you're not going to find a narcissist needle in a haystack, a narcissist that's going to admit that there's something wrong with them. Thank you, Gary Richards. Yes, Danny, this is Block Stars Podcast, formerly known as On the Block with Janet, is now Block Stars Podcast. Veronica says prayer changes a lot, actually, but he has to do the work. I honestly don't know how Diddy sleeps at night. Yeah, that because prayer is no different than manifesting. Like prayer really has nothing to do with a God. Sorry to burst a lot of your bubbles, but prayer has nothing to do with a God. Prayer is literally shit that our ancestors used to do. It's a chant. It's a chant, right? People say that, you can manifest things, and you could wake up every day and say, I'm strong, I'm healthy, I'm going to make this amount of money by blah, blah. My family's going to be this. My marriage is going to be wonderful. My job is I'm going to keep excelling. You do that every single day. You're putting energy out there. The energy comes back. It really has nothing to do with an entity or a God. It really doesn't. Our ancestors have done that for centuries. It's just as time went on, people started tacking things on. Well, it's God. No, it's the sun. It's the trees that come, and as time in 500 years, no one's going to be talking about a God or a Jesus. It's going to be something else inserted. It's going to be something else inserted. The mountains are the ones that run the universe. It's going to be something else in the sky, the clouds are the clouds lead the way. Humans are always going to look for something that's bigger than them because you could control people with it. But really, it's a chant. Prayer is a chant. I'm going to win this thing. I'm going to win this thing. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. I'm going to win this thing. I'm healthy. I'm young. I'm beautiful. And then my family's going to be good. My child is going to score. My child is going to score. My son is going to pass. My son is going to pass the bar. My son's going to pass the bar. It's a constant chant and a constant energy that you're putting into something. We've always done that. And it works. Love you, Black. Love you back, Blue Melon. I'm here, Todd. I am here, baby. Kevin Samuels Ghost says this bear debate is getting out of hand. It is getting out of hand really quickly. I want to go over the bear debate because he is on the flyer. If you guys are wondering what the bear debate is, okay, because I even had to find out. I'm like, why the hell do they keep talking about a damn bear? So the bear debate is basically women say they prefer to face a bear over a man, and some say this message is intended to indicate that men are dangerous and better off with a bear. For example, a grown woman may avoid situations where she feels vulnerable, such as bars or restaurants without her husband, or functions with more men than women. She may also make sure men know she is married and where she is going and who she is with. According to Bear Vault, bears are less likely to kill people, right? So the women, you know what I mean? It was guys, it was a joke with some seriousness. They didn't literally mean I would trust being more with a bear, an actual bear. However, a bear will least likely attack a woman, right? Unless he feels threatened or you're messing with the cubs. A bear's not really going to mess with you, especially if you know we're near his home, right? A bear is like, you stay over there, I stay over there. Some bears are like, do you have snacks though? You got some snacks at your picnic table. You know what I mean? So that's where it came from. And men took it literally, took it to the ass, just went wild with it. Yeah, well, bears, yeah, go with the bear then, bitch. Go with the bear. Because if you want protection, you're going to be looking for a man. And we built all the buildings and the bridges. Like, some men take it to the ass, take it somewhere where all it meant was, I am safer with a bear because the biggest predator of women is men, right? Goes back to that proximity shit. Y'all guys always playing the violence. The proximity. Yeah, more than likely, violence towards a woman, right? It's going to be administered by a man. And it happens so often. And it's because women live in a world where we constantly have to think of the dangers of where we're going because men are going to be there. Or getting in an Uber. There's a man maybe going to be driving. There's an alley. Are those men over there? Are they going to be respectful? Are they going to leave me the fuck alone? Right? I don't know about you guys, but when you argue with women online, do women slide in your DMs and say, I hope you get raped and killed? That is what men do. I hope you get raped and killed. That's a man's go-to with women. How many women have you argued with? And they slide in, I'll kill your family. I'll pull up. How many women have done that to y'all? Hope you get raped and killed. Like, this is the world that women live in with men. Again, if you are not one of those men, it should not bother you. It shouldn't bother you. I know social media has made it so everything and everybody bothers you. It should not bother you. With that said, guys, this has been another episode of Block Stars Podcast. Love you all. Thank you for being here. Truly, truly, madly, deeply appreciate you. This podcast shit is fucking hard. There are 50 million channels. Y'all could be watching anything. Y'all here with me, and I don't take that for granted. I appreciate you, and that's why I try to bring you funny shit, real shit to think about. Okay? Again, hit that like and subscribe for me if you enjoyed the show. It was great seeing you. Go enjoy your Sunday. I wanted to get on this early so I could get it off my fucking skin. I feel like I need to take a shower now. That family's dark. We haven't heard the rest, the end of this. A lot of other names floating around. This is the end of the entertainment business as we know it. And not just music. I'm talking about Hollywood and all of that. There's a shift. Everything changes. Empires fall. The tables turn. And we are just alive to see this one. But this has been happening throughout all history. We're just alive right now to literally be living in present time with this empire falling, crumbling. The people in power are not going to be for too much longer, especially in the entertainment business. So guys, if you're in any type of entertainment, I exaggerate. However, get you a damn body cam or a recorder. Don't be anywhere alone with a woman. Women, same thing. If you don't feel safe, don't do it. Don't go. Okay? If you want to don't get loose. Don't get comfortable. Don't get loose. A lot of y'all get loose and comfortable. Before you know it, you a screenshot on TMZ or Hollywood Unlocked. Don't get loose. Don't get comfortable. Be vigilant. Take care of your life. Care about your life. People weird as fuck. All right, guys. So I'm out of here. Good night. Don't forget Cash App on the Block with Jen. Hit that like and subscribe. And I will see you. I'm going to come back and talk about Cassie. Why didn't Cassie leave? Was she enjoying that money? Is some of this her fault? I got something to read y'all and something to explain to y'all about Cassie staying. Why she fucking stay 10 years? Show up on them red carpets. We'll talk about that. All right, guys. Good night. And I'm out.